And we're live.
Welcome to Randomly Generated Roommates.
What
episode number
I don't know.
6?
Is it 6? We've lost one actually.
We lost one that we filmed a little while ago, so
yeah.
we're a little bit behind.
Yeah.
As well as we've both been pretty busy. Cody's been in the middle of exams for a little while now, and I've just been being a piece of shit, being super lazy, and not doing any podcasts or anything like that.
I moved too, so I had exams and then moving, so.
This is in the new studio.
Yeah, this is the new studio, the new place. So
this is my first time here. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to get back into the routine of things, which will be really nice. But thank you for listening.
All viewers, half of the viewers are probably our mother.
Yeah.
Both our moms watch the podcast. Hi, Mom.
Actually, and told my mom about it this morning. So, I feel like I did by accident. I was on the phone with her, and I was super tired. She woke me up, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm filming a podcast. I was like, oh, no, what have I done?
She knows now.
And
today
we're going to have some awkward topips, too, so
and
that'll be fun.
The podcast we had Wes on, do not go watch that one.
Yes, please watch. Well, don't watch this one either, Mom.
Yeah.
Just turn
it off now. If you're a plus 40-year-old woman, turn off the podcast right now.
Even though you barely are, Mom.
Yeah. So the other people, other than our mothers, also welcome to the show. We're gonna get into a bunch of kind of stuff. We're gonna talk about some pop culture stuff. We got the classic Ask Reddit questions, news stories. So let's just jump right into it. What do you want to start this off with?
Let's start with a news story.
Okay, I got a couple of news
stories.
So
start some knowledge.
A big part of the culture recently in the world is the big marijuana legalization here in Canada, especially. I know, in parts of Europe, it's already legal, and we're just falling behind. But this is actually a story from Argentina. So, Argentinian officer fired after claiming mice ate half a ton of missing marijuana. So his defense on half a ton of marijuana going missing is that a mouse ate it. So this guy stole a shit ton of pot, basically.
That's freaking hilarious.
That is freaking.
That is the worst excuse. That's like the dog ate my homework level.
That is like the dog. My printer ran out of ink. You ever use that one in school?
No, I literally had a dog that ate my homework once, so I got away with that a couple times after my teacher believed me, because I'd bring in the shredded paper, you know.
I definitely didn't do this, dude.
No, this was a dog. You could tell it was a dog, though, unless I guess I could have done it myself.
Yeah, you definitely could have done it.
That's hilarious. Yo, where did all this weed go, dude? It's there's crazy mice infestation,
mice problem, man.
Eating it. There's a potato chip factory next door. They also got into that as well.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a funny excuse.
If you were a cop, would you try to steal stuff from the evidence room?
I'll be honest with you. In Argentina, yeah.
Yeah?
I feel like in the States there's a lot of obviously I don't know a lot of political stuff happening in Argentina or how strict they are, but I feel like in the States there's you always hear about down south, in Mexico or Brazil, corrupt cops taking bribes and stuff like that. Yeah. I think there's a little bit more leeway, and I feel like I might be able to get away with it in Argentina. This guy definitely thought he could. He's not the first guy. And half a ton?
That's a fuck.
That's
ton
a lot of
he'd
been getting away with this for more than a year at least, unless he just took it all and sold it around.
6,000 kilograms.
But he would have had to sneak that out. You can't just wheelbarrow not even drive a bus to the elevator, the locker, and fucking fill it up. No,
so it says here the cannabis had been in storage for 2 years, but 6,000 kilograms that had been registered, only 5,460 kilograms were found, right? So he took...
that's still almost 600 kilograms. That's over 1,000 pounds, which is a ton.
Yeah. Half a ton.
Half a ton, sorry.
Yeah, half a ton. Quick math.
Quick math. But that's still a fuckload.
That's
1,000 pounds. That's more than one trip that you make. That's a plan.
You gotta fill up bags.
Maybe a pound. The mice ate a pound of weed. You might be able to get away with that, but not a half ton.
He's not fucking rolling a spliff here and then.
Yeah,
he's definitely selling.
This guy's selling.
He is definitely selling it 100%. You know.
So I feel there's other cops that do this. Maybe in Argentina, I feel I could get away with stuff like that, but for me it'd be money bribes or just money.
You'd be a corrupt cop.
Well, even in the States, you can foresee what's it for for seizure. Oh, I can't remember the word.
What do you mean?
I feel like an idiot. Well, basically what the cops can do is if you say you're a drug dealer and you have $10,000 on you, in the States, I don't know if this is able to do here in Canada. Yeah. What they can do is they can take the money as evidence.
Yeah.
And and they don't have to like put it in an evidence locker type
What?
thing. This is something that I read about like 2 years ago.
This is RGR facts. It doesn't sound very accurate.
But basically the premise is like they can take the money and they're supposed to like give it back to you, but there's no like legal stipulation like because it's your money still, but they're taking it as evidence.
Mm-hmm.
When you put stuff in like drugs in the evidence locker, it's not going back to someone. That's why it goes in the evidence locker because it stays there permanently, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think things like money, like they take it for like the department because you're not just going to keep $10,000 locked away forever, right? In the locker room. What they'll do is they'll take that evidence away and be like, you're a drug dealer, so you don't get this drug money.
What happens if they're not convicted yet, though? We have the whole innocent until proven guilty thing.
That's kind of where the gray area is because
Yeah.
there's no like law on it. They can take it as evidence and be like, oh, sorry, it's actually evidence.
I
You
think
can't
I
have
heard
it back
that,
yet.
yeah.
And then
Which is fucked.
and then they can spend that on to like
More money
department
was
stuff.
taken by police than robbers in the United States last year.
Yeah.
I read that somewhere online. It's
Crazy.
It's probably true.
It's crazy to think about. So I think that I would be that corrupt cop. That's why I'm not a cop.
Like what? Like
I'm gonna need this $50 you have in your wallet here.
Literally. Like my roommate's Russian, and he always tells me like how fucking corrupt cops are in that country. Like he said, like when you're driving down the street and get pulled over, he's like, they write you a ticket and you fucking go and pay a ticket. He's like, in Russia they're like, give me 500 ruble or you go to jail. Like, there's like you always have to have cash to pay off the cops. Like,
but it's probably cheaper. Like 500 rubles is like
it's like 60
$20 or something.
60 rubles, $1, I think. So maybe it's like 10,000 rubles.
It's like $10.
100,000.
Have you ever seen The Millers?
Meet the Millers.
Meet the Millers.
Yeah.
When he's like, the guy's like, you have to have sex with me, like the Mexican cop when they get caught.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you could just pay me, and he's like 50,000 pesos.
Yeah.
He's like, no, have sex with the kid. He's like, no, I want to have sex with you, and he's like, how much is 50,000 pesos? It's like $50. He's like, oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I feel like when you get pulled over there and you're like 5,000 rubles.
Yeah.
I guess they're like, that's like 50 Canadian bucks. You'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, here you go.
$6? Okay.
Here you go.
No question about it.
So yeah, I would definitely think
Be
about
corrupt
being
cop.
corrupt, maybe.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be a fucking good
Okay,
cop.
yeah,
You'd be such
I'd
a
be
good cop.
honest.
You'd be
I'd be
like,
good.
oh, like I know you didn't mean to like murder that child. Like it's okay, dude.
I wouldn't let murders get away. Don't fucking
No.
mistake it. If you're a murderer, I'm coming after you.
Vigilante Brett.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think I'd be corrupt. I don't think I have it in my heart
Yeah.
to be like that guy that's
I
taking
probably
advantage
could.
of the system.
I probably could.
Yeah, I don't think you could either. I think you'd be a good guy. I feel like I feel like the law would break you. You know, like you'd be a good cop at first.
Yeah.
Then you'd see some really hard shit, and you'd be like, "Oh man, you don't know what I've seen, man.
You know what I've been through.
It's the same crimes, different people.
It's like
Better
a-
the devil
yeah.
you know than the devil you don't, right?
It's like an old beat cop kind of.
Yeah, the mob pays you. You're
Yeah.
like one of those guys.
Did you ever play that game? This is the Police.
No.
Dan played it.
Oh yeah, that was tight. It's like fire all your black cops. The
Yeah,
guy was
it's like
no,
or-
I'm not doing it.
and then they like cut off your funding and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, yeah,
It's fucking crazy.
it's a fun game.
That's cool. I want to play it.
Yeah, I have it. Next
Send
topic.
it to me.
Let's jump in.
Do you have another news story, or is that the
Let's jump
one?
into one that you have.
A would you rather?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do some would you rather's. I got some pretty funny ones. But I'm gonna start with a serious one.
Okay.
So here we have 6 perks that someone outlined.
Okay.
So this is admittedly stolen from Reddit. Thank you for whoever.
Username.
Thank you, Grandmaster Zach. Grandmaster_Zach. You're the best, dude. If you ever see this, love you.
Hit us up, dog.
So he writes money bags. So it's $250 is given to you every day at midnight without fail.
That's a lot of money.
So it's cash, or it can be deposited into your account. Just whatever. It's adjusted for inflation at the start of every year. So like it's always the equivalent of what it is now. You're superhuman, so you're super strong, 20% across the board. So like lifting strength, sprinting speed, reaction time. You're like Spider-Man basically.
That money's over
Is it
$90K a year, by the way.
Yeah.
250. I fucking looked it up on my calculator, but yeah.
So yeah, just like you're basically like 20% stronger, faster, everything. You're like Spider-Man is how I would like to put it that way.
Is that what the description said? Yeah.
No, I just didn't want to sum it all up.
Yeah, that's because you love Spider-Man, dude.
I do love Spider-Man. Prodigy. So your IQ is raised 50 points. So for me, I'd be average. Wasn't that funny, bro?
That was good, man. That was good.
For Cody, he'd still be an idiot. Looper. So every day you can give it a total 60 minutes. You can reverse.
That's
right?
cool.
So for me, not enough. I need my whole life. Madman. You're given the ability to experience the effects of any drug on command.
Wow.
That's kind of cool.
That is.
Whoa! I'm just high off. Go! I'm high off Molly.
I'm assuming you don't get the negative. Do you get the downers too with it? Does it
you
say?
undergo no negative health effects or
okay.
dependencies.
Wow, that's nice. So, like, say dude, meth would be amazing actually.
Constant
the
meth with
withdrawal
no
that's really bad.
neurotoxicity, no hangovers, not even paranoia.
Wow.
This includes reactional, so weed, LSD, heroin, etc., pharmaceutical, and performance enhancing. So it's steroid drugs. So basically, with that, you could probably be like the same as superhuman.
Wow.
Efficient. So you no longer require sleep, food, drink.
That's good.
Or need to use the bathroom. You run at optimal settings for the rest of your life, with your body automatically adjusting itself as it sees fit. If you're overweight, it will burn fat until you are not. If you're training to build muscle, you will do it without gaining fat.
Okay, I got a couple questions. So, like, the efficiency...
The perks do stack when applicable.
So, like, no one's taking the money. That's the worst. 90K is fucking nothing.
No.
Dude, 90K is not a lot of money compared to this shit. So it's between Superhuman, Proto-G, Looper, Madman, and Efficiency. So Efficiency, can I still eat, though? Because, like, I want to be able to have, like, a fucking dinner that I enjoy, right? Like, that's something
but
I like.
you eat, but you wouldn't gain weight. That's awesome thing about it.
That's
it's like
pretty cool.
You could eat fucking chocolate all day.
I'm not big on, like, drugs, but I feel like having the option to be, like, I'm on cocaine right now, or, like... having the option like on amphetamine. So
I think that'd be really cool. Like if you want to boost your confidence,
powerful,
you like
dude.
fucking coke, boom.
Yeah. Or like you need.
If you want to chill out,
something,
just fucking weed, boom. Or like Adderall if you need to crunch down and focus.
Or like all kind of like painkillers too. Like say you get shot, you're like bam, morphine or something.
Yeah.
Right. So
exactly.
Like, okay, you pick one. I'll pick one. You pick one. I'll pick one.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pick efficient because if you can use Madman. Sorry, because if you can use steroids, to me I feel like that.
Oh, true.
That kind of beats superhuman to me because like you'll have to work for it.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is like you can use steroids without the negative effects, and steroids are kind of like a bit of like a superhuman thing. Like you can gain like muscle so much faster. The only negative thing about steroids are the drawback: lower libido.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day.
Your text will shrink, and you're like mammal or what?
How do they affect
your breast tissue? Like men?
No, you like how your steroids affect you.
I don't use steroids.
Okay, so
the only thing that would stop me would be the negative though, like because you gain breasts, you have lower sex drive and roid rage.
Do you get negative effects on Mad Men? No, eh?
No,
Okay,
not at all.
I thought the Mad Men was gonna be like you can write copy really well, like advertising copy.
That'd be fucking
fuck
lame.
all you want, and you're an alcoholic. I'm choosing Proto-G. Even like I've taken a couple IQ tests, but like 50 points. Like anybody would be a genius adding 50 points.
Yeah.
Because even if you're below average,
what is IQ top out at? 200 or something?
It's 200, but like the average is between 90 and like 115. Okay. Like if you're on a lower 90, you're on the
I feel like
bottom.
I'm definitely on a lower 90.
10% of the population has below 82 IQ.
Okay.
Which means they're effectively, I was actually researching this kind of stuff, they effectively cannot do any job properly. 10% of the population.
Wow.
10% of the population.
But does that include like disabilities and?
Yeah, so it includes people that have things like autism, and Down syndrome.
That makes sense. Even just ADHD would probably.
No, ADHD is not intelligence.
Okay.
ADHD is focus.
That's fair.
Hasidic Jews, Eastern, the European Jews have on average 10 basis point higher IQ than the average person.
Wow.
Which is fucking insane.
That's crazy.
It's insane. So
how do you test your IQ? I want to do an IQ test now.
You can do them online. They take a while. But Mensa offers one. You have to pay like $10 or whatever, but it's supposed to be pretty accurate. Even if you're like
your IQ is 3.
But like online ones, you can like even if you do 100 questions, it's still like it's adjusted for age too, right? So that's what IQ does. But even if anyone has like 100 IQ and they get 50, like 150 would be like most physics PhDs have like 150 average. Okay. I think most PhDs have like above 130, and then physics and like those advanced kind of sciences have like in the high 150s.
Okay.
Which is like fucking smart.
So if 10% of the population maybe right up till at 132.
I would say
Because they're 82 is what you said.
yeah, but no, I think it's high. I think like 10% of the population has something like that.
So that'd still be pretty good. Like they'd be in like PhD range, and then
Even if you have 100, which is right around average.
so assuming we're average, we'd be 150. That'd put us in
Yeah.
PhD range without going to school even.
Well, going to school doesn't increase
No?
your IQ.
Okay.
No.
But it also
It measures how you can learn new things and how quickly you can learn new things.
Ooh.
That's why, like, kids have, like, this guy's a genius as a kid. He has 160 IQ. It doesn't mean he knows physics. It means he can learn things quickly.
Oh, okay.
It's pattern recognition,
I didn't
pretty
know that.
much. And, like, IQ is the best, judge of how successful you're going to be in life. Like, if you did
Damn, I want to do one now.
if you did 1,000 preschoolers and gave them all IQ tests, like, the horse you would bet on is the guy with the highest IQ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna do Prodigy for my first one.
All right, so we're on to my second one. So we only
Yeah.
get to choose two.
So
I
you
think
chose Madman. Yeah.
I chose Madman.
Yeah.
I'll be fucking high all the time.
Yeah.
I think the next one I'm gonna choose is actually efficient. So no longer
What?
requiring to sleep.
That's
that cuts
nice.
out. That cuts out. Like I'm gonna be twice as efficient.
Yeah.
At least, or maybe a little bit less.
Yeah,
but I don't have to spend time drinking or eating either, right?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do at night? Like
That's the awesome thing too. Is like I can work out. I can do like I could. Like, you just think about Prodigy. Like, I could learn anything twice as fast as I would now.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to sleep. Like, I could spend, instead of 3 hours studying a night, I could spend 6 hours.
and
still
you're
have
kind
so
of
much more
selling me
time.
on it now, actually.
As well as, like, I burn off body fats. Like, I don't need to go to the gym anymore because I'm just going to get toned no matter what.
Mhm.
And if I use the steroids with the Madman and go start hitting the gym, I can, like, just go to the gym, get muscular, and then stop going forever. And then my body will stay the same.
True.
And then I can focus my efforts on somewhere else, like working or what I want to do for work.
I'm gonna do.
And if I didn't need to sleep, I probably wouldn't need to. I wouldn't need to own a place. I could literally just travel around for the rest of my life, because you don't need to sleep. I don't need a place to stay. If it starts raining here,
What about all your shit?
I could become a nomad. I don't really
Yeah.
need anything. The only thing I'd use every day would be like my wallet, and my phone, and my
Laptop.
keys to my house.
Yeah. And your keys to your house, which you
But I wouldn't need.
Like, I understand efficient, but, like, I'd probably do Looper as my next one. Because, like, 60 minutes, you can freeze and reverse time. Like, you can do unimagined. Like, it's more of a superpower, I find. Whereas, like, I could just be in good shape and shit. I mean, obviously, I couldn't be able to work on no sleep and stuff, but it's like... Also, the Madman was, like, I was up between... Actually, all of them are good, except for Superhuman. It's not really, like, my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But, like, Looper, Madman, and Efficiency are all, like, neck and neck. Like, if I got any of those, I'd be like... Okay,
Yeah.
like, I'm okay with that, you know?
I think even Moneybags for me would be cool. Like, to be honest, if you're super lazy, like I was thinking about doing Moneybags and Efficiency.
Moneybags is...
So you just
sick,
fucking
dude.
literally just do
Moneybags
nothing all
is
day.
nothing, dude.
90K right now would be a lot for any of us.
Dude, 90K is not a lot of money.
Right now, for us, it would be.
Well, I guess right now, but compared to having the ability to stop time, I would pay 90K
For
to
a-
have the ability
for
to stop
a minute.
time.
For a minute.
No, it's 60 minutes.
Oh, for 60. For an hour, sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. You can do anything you want. Imagine this, like, you're fucking playing roulette or fucking anything like that. You can become infinitely wealthy, right? Like,
That's true.
it
That's
doesn't
actually
matter.
a really good save there. It's like you could go to...
You can trade stock. You can fucking bet on horse races, which is probably
Fuck,
the worst
that's-
way. But like going to playing roulette, like playing poker, trading stocks, like anything, you know, like
Fuck, that's so good. That's actually a really good idea.
yeah. That's
If you
what
want to
I would
make
do.
money, I think Looper's definitely the best
That's the
one.
best. Why would you take money where you can just do Looper and fucking do anything? Well, they should have made the money like $1 million a year, or like 3, because that would be something where it's like, I don't need to worry. I don't need to go and do that.
Yeah.
You know, so like
90K is still pretty okay. I don't know.
90K, dude, you can go through 90K pretty quick. I could spend 90K in a month on like, that's not a lot, dude.
I couldn't spend 90K right now.
Dude, you can just
Fair
go
enough.
out and buy a Lambo. No, that's not even enough to buy a Lambo. You could go lease a Lambo. You know, like
That's fair. All right.
I could spend 90K in one day.
Now I'm not believing you.
Why?
Anyone could go find a way to spend 90K in one day. But if someone gave you 90K right now, it would be really hard to go out and be like, fuck, like, spend it all. Where are you going to go to spend it? The first
would
thing you
go
can
to a
think of
car
is you
dealership.
go to a car shop. And what are you going to buy?
A fucking Mercedes.
You're going to have money left over. What,
No. You can buy like a high-end Mercedes for 90K.
Like an AMG or something?
I don't really know cars much, but like I bet you can.
All right. I feel like they still wouldn't accept it all at once. Like, here's
Yeah,
90K.
dude.
Cash, boom.
Well, not cash, but in your bank account cash, yes. Which I'm assuming we have the money laundered for the 250K or the 90K or whatever. And it's a year, dude. Like, $250. You can go out for dinner every night for $250. Whoa.
True.
Fancy restaurant.
Oh, it's just $250. I forgot about that.
Yeah, like $250 a day. Like.
Okay, I was like 90K in one day would be hard to spend.
Dude,
250 is easy.
$250.
I could do
spent more than that.
I spent more than that a day. Yeah.
Yeah, Bretta Bala, bottle service. Yeah, boy.
More than that a night, baby.
Sunday night turn. We're definitely not playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No, we're not.
Definitely
going to
dorks.
the Cavalli. Turn up.
Tomo was the place we went the other night.
Yeah, it was tight.
All the Ottawa pimps hit up Tomo. It was kind of shitty. It was pretty fucking packed.
It's always packed there.
It's the first time I've been. It was not really. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't even clubby. Like no one was dancing because it was so packed.
Yeah.
And there was no line. I'm like, why the fuck are they letting so many people in? Like.
I have another question when you're ready.
All right, let's hit her off, dog.
All right. So, would you rather there be a ding sound every time you wink,
Ding.
or have a cartoonish gun sound go off when you make a finger gun?
Oh my god, finger gun 100%. Me and
Yeah?
my girlfriend do that to each other, like.
I do that on the street when I talk to people. Hey,
you.
I like to wink though because I like to wink at people. It's
Me
it's
too,
a lot of
actually.
fun.
Me too.
Ding.
But it might get annoying. No, whenever you blink, dude, it's like bing, 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 bing,
No,
all
it's
day.
wink. Wink it.
So it
it's
has to
not
be
wink.
like deliberate.
It's.
I like the cartoon gun more. I think it's funny.
All right, that was a pretty easy one.
That
to
was an
solve.
easy one. Yeah.
That was a super easy one.
We talked about the last one for like fucking 15 minutes.
Well, it was a big one.
It was a big one.
We're going a little bit lighter now. Would you rather be forced to say "milady" every time you
Oh
address
my
a woman,
God.
or yell "I'm an atheist" as loud as possible every time someone says "God bless you"?
Both of those is like you
Cringe.
should probably fucking kill yourself. Like, that's the neck
Milady.
beard, like fucking fedora tipping dude. Milady. Like thinking of it just makes me sick. You know. I don't know. I guess I'm an atheist because I don't get. No one says God bless you to me that much, you know. So I
Yeah.
feel like it would come up less often. Whereas like every time I say like to my girlfriend to do something, I have to be like, "Milady, pass me a beer."
"Milady, would you
She'd
like
be
to go
like-
for a drive?"
She'd be like, I'm breaking up with you.
Would milady like to make some dinner or go out?
Would my lady like to make some love?
But I feel like yelling like "I'm an atheist" that's also so cringy. Like when
It
someone,
is, dude.
because it's not even like a Christian thing. Like I do
It's
it
not.
sometimes. Like oh, like hey God, like God bless you.
I always say bless you.
Like bless you. It's like I'm an atheist. It's like oh, you ever seen the Dane Cook bit on that, where he says he's in the elevator
Uh-huh.
and someone sneezes. He says God bless you, and the guy's like I'm an atheist,
Uh-huh.
and he's like oh, okay, well I was just trying to be nice. He's like well don't assume. He's like, oh, well, what do you believe in? He's like, well, I believe that reincarnation and that when I die, my body will give birth to a beautiful tree. And he's like, Dane Cook's like, I hope one day this guy turns into a fucking tree, someone chops him down, a big sweaty lumberjack goes to the middle of the forest, chops him down, grinds him up into paper. And you know what they do with that paper? They print the Bible on it. It's funnier skit when he does it, but I
Yeah,
like
you're not a
that.
stand-up comedian.
But I think I'd rather the atheist too because it comes up
Yeah.
less often.
Yeah, it comes up way less often. So.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Do you have
dun.
another news story?
Yeah, we can pull up a news story. So I thought, okay, so this is a very British article. It's on the heart.co.uk, and it says mum, M-U-M, by the way.
Mim.
Mum.
Hey, Mim.
And mum.
Hey, Mim.
Mama.
Mim.
Delivers her own baby after watching a YouTube tutorial. So I think this goes to show that you can learn anything on the internet.
That's true. 100%.
That was my point of bringing up the story. Like, I know it's not that crazy. Like, the story is just like pretty normal. Like, she just fucking delivered her baby. But this shows that like you don't need any form of like you can do
Education.
anything's on the internet. Yeah, any form of education. Like,
I think that, have you seen that video of that guy that learns to do stuff? Like, he learns to do, like, muscle-ups or how to ride a bike that goes backwards.
what the fuck?
He does, like, he learns anything. Like,
Is he
he
like a
learns, like, a
fitness
bunch of
guy,
stuff.
or-
No, he just learns, like, what's his YouTube channel? I'll look it up real quick. But basically,
Yeah.
he learns how to do shit. Like, weird stuff that you wouldn't think of. Like, he learns how to do a muscle-up.
Yeah.
Or he learns how to, like, he learns how to dance.
Does he teach you how to do this stuff?
Learns how to backflip. He doesn't teach you. It just takes a year.
What do you mean?
Like he does stuff that takes a long time, like learning how to backflip, or he's like does it a day. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Kill the audio.
So sorry. Didn't mean to kill the audio.
Yeah. I mean, like, learning how to do stuff over a long period of time, like backflip and stuff, I'm not that impressed with. But
Smarter every day, I think, is his day.
Smarter every day. Well, like, the thing that I'm impressed with is people that learn how to, like, write code and, like, shit like that online, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Fucking mute your audio, dude. Yeah.
Understood. Oh.
Fucking buddy knows we're recording a show.
I'm sorry, dog.
Jeez.
This isn't the right channel.
What kind of stuff do you want to look up and, like, learn it? What have you learned on the internet?
I've learned, like, a bunch of, like, most of it has to do with the internet. So, like, I'm trying to learn how to make a website right now.
Yeah, which is pretty easy.
Yeah, it is pretty easy, especially with Wix. Sponsor us.
No, Squarespace always sponsors podcasts.
Oh, we said Squarespace.
Yeah, we use Squarespace to free plug for Squarespace.
But I'm using it for things like that. I guess I use it a lot for like fitness tips, like learning how to work a muscle properly. True. Because it's something that you don't know how to do every day.
Yeah, I've been looking up a lot of like engineering stuff for work, like just understanding like additive manufacturing, like CNC machining, just like going over like sheet metal stuff. Cause it's like the industry I'm in, and also like learning a lot about like design and CAD and stuff like that. So I find it super interesting. And there's a huge wealth of like internet stuff on the internet. I learned a little bit of Ruby on Rails, a little bit of HTML, like, but I feel like even stuff where it's like how to make a fucking poached egg is like something I didn't know how to do, and like I could do it on like now that I learned on like YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, like cooking and stuff too is definitely a big thing. The guy I was looking up, his name was Mike Boyd. So he learns how to like to stack dice. I don't know, that's a dumb one.
That's a dumb one. I do that. We do that when we play D&D,
he learned to kickflip in 5 hours. He learned to break a glass with your voice. He learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. He learned how to shoot. Learned how to do a muscle up. He learned how to throw cards. Learns how to manual. So he'll have like a goal. Like he's like, I want a manual 50 feet. And so he starts, and after like an hour, he can manual like 5 feet. Mm-hmm. And then like 7 hours later, he gets it, and he's like, okay, I want to be able to do it again. And he just learns like new shit.
It's actually kind of a cool concept.
It is a really cool concept.
It's way better than our idea of just two dudes talking.
No. This is way better.
This is way more interesting, dude.
But that's kind of cool. I feel like the internet's a really good place. It's like the wild, wild west right now.
It is like the wild, wild
until
west.
They fucking...
Like, when we're old, dude, we'll be like, when I was a kid, you could download everything you wanted on the internet.
When I was a kid, they had the dark web, and you could do anything you wanted there. You could kill someone there if you really wanted to.
When I was a kid, you could watch any porn you wanted for free. Don't know how fucked up. Women with dicks, like...
Yeah.
It's true.
It is true.
You watch anything.
It's what's beautiful about the internet today is you can literally do anything you want.
And I feel like it's going to come to an end. As horrible and how...
Probably net neutrality will probably end it.
I don't know. I don't know if... The thing is, technology, like when the government tries to fight technology, the technology always wins.
Yeah.
Always. So, there's just going to be people way to find around it. Like, you can make a decentralized internet. It is a possibility.
That's the hope.
But I feel like the way we go to the internet right now, so like if I want to like book a hotel, right? Like I'll go to like a bunch of different websites and try to find the best deal. Whereas like in the future, I'll just be like talking to my AI. I'll be like, book me a hotel in San Francisco for May 14th to the 18th. And then I'll just go and do it, and it'll find the best deal. Like I feel like it's not gonna be it's gonna be more passive.
We're already almost there, probably.
We're already almost there. Like you had your Amazon Dot or whatever.
Yeah, Alexa.
So like. That's the first step in IoT, which we were talking about the other night actually when I was at your place. Like soon, like it's gonna be a very passive way. Like we're actively accessing the internet. I think it's gonna be more passive in the future.
I definitely agree with you.
Which is something kind of crazy, and like obviously there's gonna be people that are like that don't want to do that, and they're always gonna want to go to the webpage. But I feel like right now, how like you type in and go to Reddit or whatever, like I feel like that's gonna come to an end.
Well, I don't know about that because that's where a lot of people go for news or like to see cool things. Like
you're just gonna get an update on your phone. Like you'll select the stuff you find interesting, and then just be like, "Oh, yep. So, guy was assassinated. Trump did something funny. Like, it's gonna be sent to you. You know."
I don't know because I like going on like for example, I play Fortnite, like we know.
Yeah.
And I like going on the page on Reddit and just like looking at all the videos of people doing like cool shit and stuff, and like that's where I've gained a lot of. Well, like the rocket ride. I didn't even know you could do that until I saw someone do it.
Yeah.
And then
you learn stuff, but like, imagine your phone just gets sent like, watch Ninja do this rocket ride and shit. Like,
yeah,
it
but
just knows.
I watched like 10 posts in a row. I don't want my phone to send me 10 posts in a row. It's not gonna know when.
But
I'm in the mood,
you'll
you know?
like it'll be learning. Like, it'll learn like how much Brett wants, what kind of mood Brett's in, like how much I should send Brett today. Like, you know.
I don't like that though, because I already don't like where we're going with like Spotify, for example. Like, it learns the music you like, and it's like, here's music that you like, but it doesn't give you a chance to explore, really, because you're always exploring, like, it's like, here's an album from Post Malone you didn't listen to. You're like, oh, okay. But you don't really get to explore new artists. Like, I'm finding less new artists than I did back then.
Do you listen to a lot of the same genre?
I do. I listen to, like, a lot of hip-hop and a lot of rap.
So I listen to a lot of hip-hop and rap, too. So I listen to guys like, you know, Kendrick Lamar, obviously, like
Logic.
Vince Staples, you know, obviously like Post Malone, like those kind of guys.
Yeah.
And like just like the popular hip hop artists, but also go and listen to like Ray Charles, and I like a lot of like Frankie Valli, and you know, like Dean Martin.
Yeah.
You
well,
know, so like way different stuff.
I have like my Spotify is part country. Like, that's my list is kind of shit because I sometimes put on country, usually in the summer. Like, if I'm chilling. Don't judge me.
I like Garth Brooks. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know who Garth Brooks is. He's an old country singer. I
like Shania Twain, like fucking Luke Bryan, just like the classic hip. Or,
is Shania Twain Canadian?
Yeah.
So, okay, this is a little tidbit. Everyone thinks she's her dad's native, right? And that she's from Timmins, Ontario. She's not. She's from Chapleau, Ontario. Shout out to the 1,600 people that live there. And her dad is an old drunk railroader. And that's true. I met him. It's true, 100%. Everyone that lives in Chapleau knows this. Everyone that lives in Timmins know that she's not from Timmins. She's a fucking phony.
Okay. Is Avril Lavigne still from Napanee?
I don't know, probably.
Okay, good.
My mom's hometown is Chapleau, though. So this is why I know this. So she's a big old phony.
So you knew she was Canadian. You were baiting me there.
No, I wasn't.
You were baiting me.
I get her confused with the other one. What's the, like, Shania Twain, and what's the other chick?
Carrie Underwood?
Like Carrie Underwood, I'm not 100% sure.
All girls are the same to me.
There's another like girl country singer.
I get what you're saying now.
And like the Dixie Chicks and shit. Like, no, I find like funny is like the Dixie Chicks, like one of their songs they spoke out against like the Gulf War or something. Did you hear about? Yeah. And they got like ostracized and shit.
Yeah,
like the radio. Yeah, the radio wouldn't play them and like shit like that.
Yeah, people talk about that. Like even in songs.
Yeah.
Like there's a country song about it.
Oh, about the Dixie Chicks?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is.
What's the song where it's like, I dug my keys into
Oh, yeah.
Is that Shania
Before
Twain?
He Cheats. No, that's Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, okay, I thought that was Shania Twain.
Or no, Carrie Underwood.
No, dude, that's
Kelly
Shania Twain.
No, it's not.
Whatever. Do you want to throw into an Ask Reddit question?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this
brother.
one. What's an accidental racist moment?
Oh.
Have you ever... I have a story ready.
Do it.
Okay, so like, when we were first year college, so like, you remember Foss was in nursing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Foss had to do a certain amount of volunteer hours. So like, I got this idea for a business, right? So it's like, these it was essentially finding people that needed assistance, like older people living on their own, and then these nurses, and that these nurses would be paired up, and they'd go and help these older people do whatever. And then I found out a way like for me to make money. So like, you're not allowed to get paid for like the volunteer, I'm pretty sure. So I would just have the old people pay me, and then I would send them a student that was in nursing to like go and like help them and shit. And then I realized I just invented slavery. So
could work.
So I get paid, and then they go and work for free. So I was like, yeah.
That's not really racist.
That's kind of racist, but like, I don't know.
It's just because you brought up slavery.
Yeah, it's because I brought up slavery. I was like,
I don't think I've ever had like an accidentally racist moment.
I mean, like,
I think sometimes when you stereotype, you know, like sometimes.
Yeah.
When you...
Like everyone does that though, you know, like they do accidental stereotypes that are just like.
But I don't think I've ever had like an accidentally.
I don't think I've ever accidentally
moment.
said a racial slur ever, like in the form of like in front of someone. Like I can't remember a time that I ever did anything like that. And, like,
I have a time that I can think of.
Do you want to share?
Not that a moment that I've had, a moment that the friends had.
Yeah.
And basically what happened is we were driving in a car. It was with two of my coworkers.
Yeah.
And one of the girls, she's a Jewish girl, right? But you wouldn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But like a big running joke at our office is like Borat. It's like we always quote like Borat.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting in the car. This guy's sitting right next to the girl that's Jewish, and he's quoting Borat, and he's like, "Oh no, we are stuck in the house of a Jew," and she's like, "Wow, that's really insensitive." And he's
What
like,
did he mean? Is that like a
he was
quote?
quoting Borat because
Okay,
they're like cockroaches come under the door, and he's like, "They have changed shape," and he throws money at them, and he's trying to like run out of the house.
Is this in the movie?
This is the
Yeah,
movie, and
okay,
so
yeah.
my buddy is quoting this, and he's like, "What are you, a Jew? Do you wipe my ass?" Because he's like, when I shake shit, do you wipe my ass for me? and she's like, "That's really insensitive." And he's like, "What? Are you Jew?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm Jewish." And it just kind of like ended there. He's like, "Oh."
That just got real.
And I was
unfunny
like, "Yeah,
real quick.
she's Jewish, bro."
I feel like as far as like
It's just like unexpected.
as far as like oh man, I don't even want to finish the sentence, but like Jews aren't very sensitive to Jewish jokes. Jewish people aren't very sensitive.
Yeah.
Like Isaiah, like my really good buddy, he's Jewish, and like he always makes Jew jokes about himself and shit like that. And like it's kind of like acceptable in like our group of friends to like make.
Yeah, because he lets you.
Because like it's like a hood pass, you know.
Yeah.
You know. Is that racist? Like
No,
people-
I have a hood pass. I have a friend who's Jewish, so I'm allowed to be racist for anything.
Yeah, like, whereas like if he if it obviously if like he actually didn't like it, we wouldn't do it. But like it's kind of like a little funny, you know, little tidbit we joke around with.
Yeah.
You know, so
You can get away with it because he's Jewish and he lets you.
yeah,
But sometimes if you're not like super close with someone
you gotta
and you make that joke and it's like, fuck.
like you have to
this
be
is
sure.
awkward.
You have to be sure.
You have to be sure. Yeah.
Donald Glover has the best bit, and he's like, I was having sex with this white chick, and he's like, and I was about to come, and then she was telling me like, fuck me with that big N-word dick, but she didn't say N-word, and I came the hardest I have ever in my entire life, and he's like, it was almost worth being black my whole life for that, for that one time coming. It was almost worth being black.
That's something we will never experience.
Yeah, that's what he's like.
Hey,
I
yo.
almost feel bad for white people. Like,
Hey, yo, fuck me with that cracker dick.
yeah, like, yeah. Did you see the bit? That's what
Yeah,
he
I've
says.
seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
It's fucking funny. So
It's
like,
good.
oh man, we got a couple other ask Reddit questions. Like, what did you initially go to college for, and what do you do now? I thought that was something interesting.
I went to school for firefighting and now I fundraise.
Well, why don't you expand on this a little bit?
Well, there's nothing really to expand on.
Mm-hmm.
It's what happened. I went to school for firefighting. I thought I wanted to be a firefighter. Now I don't know if I want to be a firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of doing my own thing. I'm trying to start my own brand, and I'm trying to.
Should we plug the brand yet?
Let's
hold off.
Yeah.
Let's hold off.
Okay.
But it's coming soon to a hat near you.
I'm gonna be creating my own hats, so I'm gonna see how
And
that
shirts
goes.
and stuff.
Apparently shirts too. Thanks.
Yeah,
I guess we're partnered on it.
we're partners now. This is official.
So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna take it how I go.
I got
with
the
it.
Instagram, by the way, for it.
Did you?
Yeah.
You created an Instagram for it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I
nice.
snagged the name
Nice.
because I didn't want it to be taken.
You're a bro.
I know.
What about you?
So yeah, I just finishing up college. Actually, I take business here in Ottawa. Algonquin College is a pretty big college here. I think there's like 40,000 people that go there. Same Brett, like me and Brett met there. Obviously, randomly
Yeah.
roommates. That's a name for the first time viewers. But and I'm working in sales in the software, CAD software world. It's a pretty small world, so if you really want to hunt me down, you can. I don't really want to say the name of company. You can find me if you're really that interested. Don't dox me or swap me. But yeah, I work in CAD sales, so it's pretty similar to what I took in school. A lot of guys in this industry have engineering backgrounds,
Yeah.
and I don't. But that's what I was saying. Like the internet's taught me everything. So
Yeah, so you don't need it. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool though. It's kind of cool. Like what? It kind of shows that you don't need school nowadays. I mean,
school.
obviously people look for it. Like now that I've started to hire people with the company that I'm with,
Yeah.
you find like all the stupid things that you do like as a manager. Like for example, when I'm hiring
Yeah.
someone, like you look for gaps in employment. Like if you're like, oh,
Yeah.
they're not working now, why haven't they worked for the past 3 months? This person's probably not qualified, and you kind of like you
Which
have
is
to
kind
catch
of
yourself
fucking-
from doing that.
Warren Buffett always says, like, I've done some interviews trying to hire people too. He's like, you can't teach integrity and intelligence. He's like, it doesn't matter what the job is. Find someone that's passionate, they're intelligent, and they have integrity. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Anything can be taught, right?
That's 100% it. Anything can
So
be
if they're
taught.
intelligent, you know, like, Yeah, like talking about like schooling and stuff. Like I have a call scheduled for Monday with this guy, and he has a PhD from Stanford. So like the kind of industries like I deal with a lot of analysis, which is most guys that run analysis software have PhDs, at least a master's to run most of this the software.
Yeah.
So it can be kind of intimidating sometimes because I'm like, I just graduated Algonquin, and this guy, like, literally a PhD from Stanford. Like,
I feel that. Sometimes, like, when we're hiring people, I'm like this young kid fundraising, and it's like, you don't need to go to school for it.
Yeah.
But you see someone applied, and they're like graduated in 2005 from Queen's University or whatever, and you're like, oh, shit. It's like, I'm going to hire you. I'm, like, even the interview, like, I'm going to interview you. You're 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
And what am I gonna, like, you've done this process thousands of times.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting new to the interviewing. I'm gonna look like an idiot.
Yeah, I looked like an idiot doing my interviews.
Yeah.
They're like, it was like 15 minutes in, and I like ran out of questions. They weren't really elaborating. They're like, so do you have any other questions? I'm like, nope, you're free to go.
But yeah, it's weird. It's weird being like young and successful. Yeah. Well, at least moderately successful. Not trying to humble brag here.
It's just
so hard being so
sick,
successful
dude.
and rich. I have a funny question.
Okay, dude, I got a bunch of ask-ready questions, but
okay, I want to finish these two, and then we go on to the next ones.
Okay.
So, would you rather two more would you rather questions? I'm sorry that I broke it up like that. Would you rather get $1 every time you complimented a stranger, or $10 every time you insulted a stranger in the meanest way possible?
Dude, $1 every time you compliment. I could walk down the street and be like, nice hair, nice shoes. You have nice tits.
I'm
whatever.
picking the $10.
What the fuck? You can do it.
You
it's 10 to 1.
look like a fucking abortion. You look.
That is savage.
I don't know. What's this meanest way possible?
Yeah, I think it'd be like if they have crooked teeth. Like you go to me, you're like,
oh wow, I went way too far.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I tried to say the meanest things I could. I'm so sorry, guys. Like
that made me jokes.
Those shoes look terrible on you.
Well, I think you're
$1 fat.
because like you wouldn't feel good. You see people all the time for work, dude. You could just every time you see someone, you compliment them.
I'd have to compliment 100 people. This way, I'd insult 10 people. I go home. I had a good day. If I feel especially bad, I go outside and I just diss people all day. And I go home. If I do $10 with 100 people, $1,000 a day.
Yeah, compared to 100.
All
right, I'm switch. I'm
pays for itself, bro.
I'm doing the mean
pays for
one,
itself.
Too. I just walk down the street, be like, "You're a funny looking fuck." Like,
yeah, I wouldn't say the abortion thing. I would never say that.
Yes, he would.
And then the last would you rather? This one's really fucked up.
Oh my god!
Mom, if you're listening, do not listen past here.
What's your mother's name?
Don't say it. So you find yourself halfway inside your mother and your father halfway inside of you.
Oh my god.
Would you rather push back or forward?
I'm not answering this question. But you can answer it.
I'm not going to answer if you're not going to answer.
I'm not answering that question.
Answer it.
I'm not answering that question. Next question. Let's move on.
Okay, yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Oh god.
There's no recovering from that one.
We've gone down if I ever run for mayor, I'm so sorry to my future self.
I'm really glad we didn't answer that question.
If society collapsed and everything descends into chaos, what would you do?
Oh, if they collapsed?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You're like Walking Dead kind of shit. Let's do zombies. No, let's just do society collapse. A nuke goes off and, Fallout kind of style.
I think I'd become like a
guy's bitch, yeah.
No, I'd be like
You'd be like Channing Tatum at the end of This Is the End.
I'd be like a loner, I'd walk around and have I'd fucking be like a headhunter. I'd fucking kill people that fucked with me.
Why? How? You've never shot a gun.
Not yet. World hasn't collapsed into chaos yet. We don't need to.
Yeah, but you don't have that skill. How are you gonna get
If this
it
is
done?
like The Walking Dead, like where everyone just like fucks with each other, which first of all doesn't make sense.
Sure.
Oh, there's only like 100 people left. Oh, there's 50 other people. We gotta kill them, otherwise they're gonna come for us. It's like, no, why can't we all fucking hang out together?
Dude, because people are inherently evil. You ever read The Stand, Stephen King? It's talked about just like
people are inherently whatever they choose.
they're bad.
No,
people are inherently good or not good.
I think people are inherently out for themselves. Whatever their own agenda. Some people can't live with being evil, like me. Yeah. I couldn't be a bad person.
You just said you wanted to insult people for $10 every time, so you are evil.
I don't want to do that, but it pays more.
But you could be nice and get $1 instead.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna make any money.
Well,
If I'm gonna go around and bitch myself, I don't want to walk around.
You chose money over fucking kindness.
I'm giving fake compliments. It doesn't matter at this point. Fake compliments are real insults. At least they can improve themselves.
What skills do you have that would carry over into a post-apocalyptic world?
I'm strong. So I could... Manual labor would definitely be, like... Obviously, automation would...
How much can you lift?
Down.
Like, just, like, dead weight?
I deadlifted 350 pounds yesterday.
But, like, say you're, like, moving a log. How much can you move?
Like 350 pounds of log.
Yeah? That's a big log. That's a real big log.
But that would be, like, really hard, like, really slow move. If I, like, realistically, probably, like, 300 pounds, like, to efficiently move.
How much can you pick up and walk with? Like, farm carry. Don't they call that, like, a farmer carry?
Probably, like, if we're, like, squatting and walking, probably, like, 200 pounds.
That's a lot. That's more than I can do.
I would hope so. I go to the gym 5 days a week. If we were lifting the same weight, it'd be kind of embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't have any skills that carry over. I could
sail.
Fun.
You're charming.
Thank you.
You definitely someone's bitch though.
Why?
You can be my bitch.
Yeah. That's fair. Brett wants to fuck me. I just discovered.
Bro, if it's like prison where everyone's gay. You know?
Yeah, the post-apocalyptic.
Yo, dude, everyone's gay here.
It's not gay. It's just a bro job.
Everyone's gay while they're in jail.
Bro
job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I would just be like a manual laborer, and I would just fucking. Mm-hmm. I think I would just like, cause if we're assuming like grocery stores still existed, I would just like drive around in a car, kind of like Zombieland.
Oh
like the one guy, like I would just raid shit, drive around.
Yeah.
Maybe have like a couple friends.
I wonder how money like they use bottle caps and.
No, it'd be barter system.
It would be barter, but how do you barter for like?
It'd be like food. Like you have water, okay, I have food.
I know how fucking bartering works, but like sometimes they don't have something that you want, but you still.
A blowjob. Anyone can give a blowjob.
It's not gay if you look away.
Well, at some point there are people that literally have nothing, and that's all they would have to offer would be sex, you know, or manual labor.
Dude, porn mags would be like gold, you know.
Yeah.
Or manual labor too, obviously.
Like you could offer like, okay, I'll go out and fucking, I'll tend to your farm if you let me stay here.
Yeah, true.
Like and eat and give me
labor. Yeah.
That'd be pretty brutal.
Yeah. Do you want to throw up another one, or you gonna hit us with the fucking disgusting?
I'm sorry for that disgusting question.
Jesus.
I'm really glad we didn't answer it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that you can find.
Why is the internet
it's
so
wild
fucked
west
up?
of the internet?
Like why is it so fucked up?
I don't know.
It's still the wild west, like we said. Okay, let's do this. What's something that you're surprised hasn't been invented yet? Like, what's an invention you think you would want that you're surprised it's not around? I see as your most viewed tab, how to get a six-pack.
That's not my most.
That's his most one is his most recent on Google Chrome.
Tab.
It's a saved tab on Google Chrome.
Most recent is actually Shopify. If something I'm surprised it hasn't been invented yet. I think I'm relatively surprised that drone delivery isn't more of a thing and that we still have a lot of UPS drivers.
That's going to be coming very soon.
I know, but I'm surprised it's not a much bigger thing.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like the Amazon grocery store, I'm surprised that took so long. Like where you go in and you can just pay off the shelf.
Yeah, just like tracks
like
it.
Going
Amazon Go.
Going and lining up, like that's kind of fucking.
Dude, I know. Like I was at the grocery store the other day. I'm like, this is fucking so stupid.
Like you could just go in there and like buy. Like if you could just scan it, like you know what, I do want to buy this. Scan it, boom, bought. Because there's so many types of online pay. You have Interact Online, like the Flash.
Yeah.
You have Visa, MasterCard,
Apple
even
Pay,
just Apple Pay, Android Pay.
Yeah,
like literally everything.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah. So I'm surprised that Android, like every grocery store, isn't like
already
an Amazon
like
grocery store.
It'd
just be so much more efficient.
It's gonna be hard. One of the things I was thinking is like, why don't we have drugs without negative repercussions? Like, why can't we have alcohol without the hangover kind of stuff? Like,
or steroids without the negative.
Yeah,
effects.
or like
I thought
cigarettes.
that they existed. To be honest with you, I feel like out there's like a strand of steroids that they're creating
that aren't bad for you.
Well, because you also use them like medically, like people give them to their dogs, like if their dog breaks their leg, or because it helps you build muscle fibers faster, right?
Right.
So like there's such a benefit to it if you take away the negative side effects, like lower libido or
we talked about steroids a lot this podcast.
They're a good thing to talk about. They're like the #1 enhancing drug. What? Like if you could take away the negative side effects, it would change society so much.
Like obviously, like amphetamines are very they're not There's a whole thing called, I forget what it's called, but it's like trying to enhance your mental ability. Genomes. Fuck, I don't know fucking what it is.
Genomes?
It's not genomes. That's a different kind of thing. It's like, but anyways, like, as far, I think, like, there should be, like, a cigarette. Like, I know vaping's, like, a close to a cigarette that's not bad for you, but, like, I like the act of, like, I was talking this with my roommate, Roman, last night. Like, I like the act of, like, lighting it with, like, actual fire and, like, fucking...
And smoking something and smoking coming out of your mouth.
Like, we're going to smoke a couple cigars after this, which, like, I really enjoy, and, like, I wish there was a way where it wasn't like the only reason I don't smoke is because it's bad for me, right? Like
cancer.
Like I literally get
oral
cancer. Yeah, dude,
lung cancer.
Even like walking, like you can't run as much, or like you get tired more because it affects your lungs.
So many negative
shit.
side effects.
Yeah, there's so many negative side effects. Stroke.
Same with drinking, like you're hungover.
Yeah,
or
and
like you're drunk
fuck up your liver.
Yeah. You can't drive for the rest of the night or the rest of the day.
Shit like that. Well, I guess the drug effect, you'd still not be able to drive because you want to feel like whatever, drunk and stuff. But like, I feel like we should have a point where drugs are like not
like
as
negative. There should be like something you could take to sober up or to like like even just that so far like to
that's
take
a good
away
idea.
Like a pill that like you where you're drunk and you're like boom you're not
sober and then you
skip the hangover, you can drive home or like you're high or you I don't know, you can just boom put the sober pill in.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
I'm surprised that doesn't exist.
And we could have the superpower like earlier in the episode, the Mad Men.
Yeah. No negative side effects.
No negative side effects.
But I think that steroids would be my drug that I would choose if because there's people that use them and they're enhancing, right? It's like any kind of drug. People drink. Obviously, most drugs don't enhance.
Everyone has vices, right?
Right. But to like make steroids your vice, they're so frowned upon. But you're making it like it's part of discipline, right? Because you're not taking steroids. You're not taking them and doing nothing like you do with alcohol or like weed. You're taking them to like discipline yourself to go to the gym and see gains faster, right?
It's funny you say that as like...
See, people see it as a cheat, so it's like seen as a super negative thing, whereas weed is just seen as like... that's its own thing.
I was reading this thing about fucking Steve Jobs and how he wanted like his creative team, he'd force them to do like LSD and shit and like lock them in a room to like write down their ideas and shit.
Fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked. Like I was reading this thing online. I don't know how true this is. I'm sure some guy's a fucking huge Steve Jobs fan. He's like, you don't even fucking do your research.
But he probably won't see this, so fuck him.
Yeah, but like people use and microdosing is a huge thing right now in Silicon Valley and like in general. You ever hear about that?
Microdosing like LSD, yeah.
Microdosing and like shrooms and shit. So like you just take like a
microdosing
little bit.
Shrooms. I've heard about that. H3H3 talks about that a bit, I think.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like for creativity bursts. And stuff.
Creativity bursts, shit like that. Like, yeah.
Imagine like microdosing other things, like microdosing cocaine or like.
That's like
alcohol.
a thing, I think. Cocaine, obviously not alcohol. You're just.
I feel like after cocaine, you'd be immune to it. You know.
Yeah, you build tolerance. That's all drugs.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even like I don't know how tolerance works in alcohol, but I know it's not the same as other drugs. But
well, we don't do drugs, so
I've never done a drug in my life. I don't even drink coffee.
Don't even alcohol.
Don't even alcohol.
Well,
should we call it? Yeah, we're kind of fucking losing a little bit of our speed here.
Yeah.
This is the first episode in the new studio.
Season 2
of RGR. We need to get the audio format, like just an audio file uploaded to like fucking shit, you know?
We're getting a lot better at our.
We are getting a lot better.
Our pacing and our setup.
I think so too.
So they're gonna be a lot better coming up from here. Thank you for anyone who's stuck with us and people that are watching from here on out. Welcome.
Subscribe if it's your first episode. Hit us up. The links for our. It's actually kind of hard to see because the white on white right here. But obviously me and Brett's Instagram and
our Twitter
and then the podcast. My white hand too gets fucking hard to see, but hit us up on social media. Check out all the Instagram and stuff.
Check out our handles. We post some cool stuff there. We post on my Instagram. I post fairly often if you're into fitness and stuff like that. I post I try to post a couple times a week at least. You can email me as well. I have my email on my Instagram, and then we have the RandomlyGR Instagram that we're kicking off. So
and Twitter. But peace
out.